97M Radio brings to you the best of 7 Sports Talk with 7 Mitchell.
If the Ravens do somehow beat the New England Patriots Monday, that will put Kansas City, the Chiefs, in first place, J.O., who knocked off the Oakland Raiders 21-13 last night. What's your impressions on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Before the season started, I told you Kansas City would win that division. It looked shaky early on. I want to say Kansas City started like 1-3, something. Started out slow, but once, this guy Tyreek Hill, he's like taking the league by storm. He taking their offense to average to, they've been playing the league. So you got Ty Hill, Macklin, and Alex Smith being the veteran that he is, and we can't forget that Charles may come back. If he come back healthy, get him a couple games in the playoffs, it can get real crazy. And you got on the defensive side of the ball, well, I think Justin Houston's probably a top 5 pass rusher. You got D Ford, who got double-digit sacks already. Marcus Peters, one of the best young corners in the game, one of the best corners in the game, period. Eric Berry is playing like the best safety in the game. I mean, what more can you ask for? Now, I will say the loss of Derek Johnson is going to be a major blow for them. You know what I'm saying? That's going to, as far as production and leadership, that's going to hurt major. But, man, Kansas City, man, they looking like team to beat right now. Not only in that division, but in the AFC altogether.
You know, I heard your little presidential speech that you just had on the Kansas City Chiefs, and I appreciate all the factors that you broke down, but I definitely appreciate the fact that you really got back to reality. Once we got to the end of your conversation or your speech when you brought up the fact that Derek Johnson is gone for the year. Now, Dexter Hill, let me start off by saying, first of all, Dexter Hill is next up. What he displayed, in special teams and at wideout, he is going to be a problem for Kansas City in the near future. Like, his time is coming. Alex Smith doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Still just a manager to me as far as the game goes. Derek Johnson being out, key piece of that defense. At the end of the day, if Kansas City does not win out this year and get home field advantage in that crowd at Arrowhead and in the cold weather, I still don't see the Chiefs doing nothing. I'll give them respect. They won the division last year. You did predict them to win this division again this year. I'm sold kind of, but it's not over yet. And Oakland, let me just ask you this. Let's just get down to the bottom line. Is the Oakland Raiders, was they exposed last night?
I think the Raiders, I don't know, it's hard to say. I think they're kind of exposed, man, because, they playing that cold weather. They pretty much automatic win. It's an automatic win in Oakland. I don't know, man. I just wish they had a more consistent pass rusher outside of Mac. It's like if Mac not having a great game, that defense is very vulnerable. And the secondary, who's played pretty good for the most part, I mean, it was getting thrown down. The passes was getting thrown down the field on them all night. Kelsey just, how did I forget Kelsey with Kansas City?
Oh my Lord, he is a beast. But let's not give him. Wait a minute. So are we being disrespectful? Or you can ready to say he's the best tight end in the game actively now? Jordan Reed out of the Washington Redskins, J.O. is not the best tight end in the NFL actively right now. Kelsey had he had an unbelievable game last night. 5 receptions, 101 yards. He had a good game against the Oakland Raiders yesterday, whose defense is not a stout defense, not an elite defense. I mean, we have not talked about Kelsey this year that much on the show because he's not been an elite tight end this week. You know what, J.O., you in this whole prison of the moment. Look, man. I don't think that the Raiders was exposed. Now, you made up a good point about the weather because the weather do play a factor. Now, like I said, if Kansas City wins out and everything has to be gone through Arrowhead in that cold weather and in that atmosphere, that was kind of like a Seattle Seahawks crowd atmosphere. Like, they go crazy in Arrowhead. It'll be interesting to see if Derek Carr in that offense, how they're going to be able to be productive in the cold weather in the playoffs. Because if it's not Kansas City, it's going to be maybe New England. If it's not New England, and if it's not Oakland, I'm not taking my Baltimore Ravens out of the equation to be able to sneak and get maybe that 2 seed before the season is over. If we can win our last 4 games, so anything can happen, and it gets cold here in Baltimore. So I don't think that the Raiders were exposed. I just think that the jury is still out.
Let me ask you a quick question: is David Carr still the MVP leader, or is it?
Is David Carr first? Wait. Is David Carr still the? Who put David Carr in the MVP lead?
I mean, he was
the
MVP.
Last
night. He was number one in everybody battle. I always said that from day one. You know that look.
Mr. Prisoner of the moment. This is what I'm saying, J.O. You're so prisoner of the moment. We both know that the MVP right now is clearly coming out of Dallas. However you want to do it. Ezekiel Elliott or Dak Prescott. Pick one.
Come on. Wow. Disrespecting Derek.
Seriously, Derek Carr, tell me with a loss like we saw last night, tell me we would even consider you giving Derek Carr MVP.
No, I'm not giving MVP. I'm saying he was number one on the board as far as MVP come to that game last night. You make it seem like he was never the runner, the leader in MVP. That's what I'm saying.
I would give him consideration. But I wouldn't have put him in an MVP lead. I always felt like the MVP at this time is coming out of Dallas. Look what they're doing. 2 rookies in the NFL, J.O. This is unheard of.
Yeah, it remind me of Brady and Moss that year. They both broke records.
Best of 7 Sports Talk with 7 Mitchell on T7M Radio every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. 347-989-8102, and follow us on social media, T7M Radio on YouTube.